We're opening our charts on the MT4 platform right now. So we have the GBP USD currency pair open over here. So first things first, you have to know about the time frames. We're gonna start off with what we like to do is we start off with higher time frames, like the monthly time frame we have open right now, and then we go on to smaller ones, so we actually know what kind of trends they are and what kind of resistance. So first things you gotta know, right? Trend lines. So trend lines basically are there to show you how a currency pair is moving, whether it is moving in the positive direction or the negative direction. With trend lines, we have the support and resistance. Those are the two trend lines we have to spot a trend. So the support, this is basically the bottom, where we think is the most bottom point for a currency pair. And the resistance is basically where the currency pair gets up to and does not pass that point. So first things first, this is the GBP USD monthly, as you can see. What we're gonna do now is basically use this horizontal line here to draw a resistance. So since we're trading here, the topmost part is over here. That's our resistance right now, somewhere there, and the bottommost part is somewhere here. There you go. It's the most bottommost part, and these parts are called wicks, guys. Wicks. They indicate the bottommost point or the topmost point. So right, we've drawn the support and resistance for the monthly here. This is the monthly candlestick chart. So now what we're gonna do is draw the trend lines now. Click here for trend line. So we're gonna use the topmost part here, the topmost part here. So we'll do extend it slightly further. There you go. And then we have another trend line here, the bottommost part here, bottommost part somewhere, that's the topmost part, and basically we have a trend line there. We have the support here, and we have the resistance here. We can spot a trend on the monthly so that we can base trades on what's really happening in the monthly. This is the support here, and this is the resistance here. So basically we're to the support here. We might see a breakout later on, but not now. So we're seeing that the trend is a bit within the support and resistance. So we're going to play with this now. So now we're going to go straight into the time frame again. We'll go into 4 hour now. We have a trend happening here. Support here and resistance here. So we've drawn the chart here, and we have the resistance here and the support here. So the trend here for the 4 hour chart is a bit like this. Slow uptrend. So here we have the support drawn here. From this analysis, we're seeing that there's a bit of resistance at the top here, and the candlestick kind of indicates that. Here we have the candlestick test the resistance here, and then we have another candlestick here that kind of is aiming towards going to the resistance, but it's going down, as we can see, but we can only notice what exactly is happening after the candlestick closes. So we're gonna go in again to the 1 hour. So the 1 hour kind of confirms that here, that we have within the week, this is the resistance here, and we have, I think I noticed something here. With technical analysis, all it is about noticing This, it broke out a bit here, and we have the support now here. So now we have the support here for the week and the resistance here. So it'll be playing within here. That's what we feel. I'm just gonna give you a tip. All you really need is actually to play. For technical analysis, the most important part, you just need the trend lines, support, resistance to use for making decisions on technical analysis. Indicators, some people base too much or heavily depend on indicators, but you have to know that tools such as these trend lines, support, resistance, and the Fibonacci, we'll get into that just now, they do not change based on price. You see, they do not change based on price, they're just there. But indicators now change based on price, so it's not like an indicator will tell you where the price is actually gonna go, but it will help you or confirm, support your decision, right? So if we're gonna place a weekly trade, this is where we would be placing weekly trades. We'll be placing on where it nearly touches the resistance, as long as the candlestick supports that. Like I said, in the advanced course we get into that, where we read deep into candlesticks and so forth, and how to make decisive market orders. So right, we have a bit of resistance here, as you can see, wicks, wicks, wicks. And then now let's go into, if we're trading on a daily basis, we're going to go on the 15-minute chart now. Right, on the 15-minute chart, we're not really gonna dive into anything that's a buy unless we have a strong indication of that, but we're mainly looking for a sell, because we saw the overall trend on the 1 hour time frame for the week is that we're touching the resistance. So if there's anything to show indication of that, that's what we'll go for. So here we go again, resistance there, support somewhere there. Alright, so basically what we can use now is another tool that you should know how to use, is the Fibonacci Retracement. It's right here. You'll find it anywhere, whatever platform you're using, it probably has Fibonacci. So Fibonacci, we're gonna use it, placing it on the resistance and straight down to the bottom of the support. So Fibonacci just makes things way more clear. Fibonacci retracement just outlines where we expect it to come down to and where we expect it to come up to. And if it breaks that level, we expect the level to touch again somewhere here, most likely, or somewhere here, most likely, if it's going to fall. So right now we're expecting it to fall until somewhere here. And if it breaks that support of this Fibonacci retracement, it will go somewhere to here on the 50 mark right there. And now if you're looking into having indicators to support your decision now, you will go into insert indicators, and we want to support this decision of the trend. So we have trend here. For trend is moving average. This is a more common one to use. So moving average, let's say we'll just use that 10 period. Moving average, just it changes based on price. As you can see, moving average just helps you see if we have a strong support. If the candlestick goes below, like there's a drastic drop here, it'll basically retrace or correct itself if it does. And a good thing about moving average, it shows you a clear indication of trend. As you can see here, if your candlesticks are bouncing off the moving average, we have a clear support from the moving average. So we have clear buy here, as you can see. It's bouncing off the moving average. Now what we're seeing is that it's touching the resistance here. So now, as you can see, this candlestick is about to close below the moving average, and if it does, it shows we're most likely going to look for a sell there, but we can only know after a few minutes, as we're using the 15 minutes chart. So it'll probably get down to here. If it breaks, that's a clear sell again, but we have to look out for false breakouts as well. That's another thing you must learn. That's another thing we get into on the advanced course. Candlesticks. We read candlesticks to see if they're fake breakouts. Like this was a fake breakout. Touch, comes back up. Now we're going to look into another indicator that's quite useful. It's the stochastic oscillator. Just click there. Right. So basically what the stochastic oscillator does, in simple terms, it shows us if the price is really at an all-time high and if it's at an all-time low. So it kind of helps us it helps us decide whether or not we are right on our buy or sell decision. As you can see here, we were saying that it would be a good sell. It was high here, and if it goes down again, the red line is basically the moving average for this, and this blue line is basically the actual price. So if the red line is supporting the price, it's a buy, as you can see, and if the red line is above the blue line, then it's a sell, as you can see. Red line above, then it touches here, crosses, it's going to be up. So we're looking for, basically what we're looking for is a sell, and as soon as we get that confirmation here, we're probably gonna sell there. That's technical analysis. Take note, technical analysis isn't everything. There's also fundamental analysis, and we get into